Welcome back to NAD Park. Beautiful morning. It's about 9:30 in the morning, which means unfortunately I only got about an hour to play. I'm gonna see how many holes I get through. I don't know. I'm just gonna start on one and go through. I don't know how many we're gonna get through, but we're gonna try. Uh, I really have come to the realization that a lot of these holes I need to figure out which hand to throw, or not which hand. I keep doing this. I need to figure out if I'm going backhand or forehand. Because some of the holes that I've always thrown backhand or I've always thrown forehand, maybe I need to try different. The other thing I'm going to do is we're going to try the blue tees. I've played the blue tees here a few times, but I've never done it on film. And honestly, I haven't played them very often. So we're starting on hole one. And I'm going to do the same best shot doubles with the forehand and backhand. Hole one is a hard right turn, probably close to 90 degrees. Right dead center in the screen here, you should be able to see the Mando tree that I am required Mando left of that. And then it's a hard right, following the same fairway as the red basket, or as the red tee. So I'm going to go with Insanity on backhand, Firebird on forehand. And honestly, in my head, this is a backhand throw to me. And of course, no warm-up. Why would I? Well, I made the Mando. I did not make it all the way there, but it's not bad. Might actually need to go a little more overstable, a little higher on that. Now let's see if I can get this low enough to do the hard right. Oh, that was terrible. And that was such a good kick. Thank goodness. So one of these days I'm going to figure out how to actually throw a higher shot with my forehand. Today is clearly not that day. Oh man, that wasn't enough. That was better. Hole two, looks like it's 258 according to the sun. It is, I mean, there is just a dead straight shot, and it is much more of a tunnel than it is on the other tee pad that's seriously only 5 feet ahead of this and 40 feet to the right. But it really takes that hyzer line out. So I'm going to try going the straight shot with the paprika on the backhand. I'm going to try to flex it out to the left side a little bit on the forehand. Ooh, I got it to stand up. And I released it too early, though. It got down there a little ways. I got it left. I don't think it came out. So the backhand line ended up, I don't know, 10 or 15 feet closer, but it's probably 30 feet closer to the fairway. Unfortunately, it still means I'm behind this cluster of trees, which really makes this a difficult shot. I think I'm going to try a forehand hyzer around the left side and a backhand hyzer around the right side. It's the best thing I can come up with. That actually may have done it. Oh my gosh, I think that was, I mean, I think I may have gone long because it probably rolled, but that didn't look bad. That landed just short and right, but I think that could be even better. All right, so as I walk up, here's my backhand throw, and there's my forehand throw. Honestly, either of those look like a pretty easy putt. But good news is we get, woo, point of view putt. All right, hole three. So a little interesting history since the last time I did a video out here at NAD. I am playing on the blue tee pad, which if you go back and watch one of my early NAD Park videos where I went over this whole course, you'll see that this is actually the same tee pad as the red tee pad used to be. They moved the tee pads around. I think at least part of that's coming from last winter. A tree that was probably 2 feet in diameter landed on the old blue tee pad and shattered it. Even concrete doesn't handle that very well. So they put in a new tee pad up a little further and on the right, called that the red, and now this is the blue. Now, to make it so it's not just an easier hole, they also moved the basket further back. The new red tee pad is a little awkward in my opinion. There's a tree just perfectly positioned for the forehand, and it feels like a forehand hole. Just, anyways, regardless, we need to be able to push out there. I used to do the hyzer line a lot here, but my concern with the hyzer line is with the tee pad being, or the basket being further back, hyzer line I'd have to push through those backwoods to get there, and I just don't think that's realistic. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to go through the thin left gap with the paprika on backhand and try to just go as straight as possible, possibly even flex a little bit to the right. And then I'm going to try just doing something similar with the insanity on a forehand through that same gap. To be honest, I don't have a lot of hope. Oh man, that kicked a long ways left. That was the throw shape I was looking for. I just didn't quite hit the gap. Oh no, that was the throw shape I wanted, but way too far right. Okay, well, it dropped down into the fairway. Man, it rolled a long ways left. That'll be in the fairway at least, though. We're going to give a little bit of a moment of silence to the paprika. I really did like that disc, but it kicked straight into an extremely thick thicket of blackberries. I can't even see it in there. And dressed like this, I'm not digging around in there. I feel like most of that blood should stay inside my body. So we're going to pass on that. Okay, so after that little moment of silence, let's go ahead and I'm going to go forehand. It's pretty wide open for the forehand. Backhand, I think I'm going to try to hyzer in with the proxy. So oh, that was awful. Hopefully I do better than that with the proxy. Yeah, that looks better. That looks a lot better. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be proud of the fact that I'm getting tap-ins from for pars, but you know what? Woo! Point of view putt. Hole 3. Sign says 218. It's not super long, but it is down kind of a narrow fairway and curved to the right. I mean, this really screams forehand shot, and I'm really not sure how I'm going to do this with a backhand. I might just try to kind of a poke and hope on the right side because those gaps are real small. So I'm going to go jackalope on the right side with the backhand. I'm going to go diamond back forehand. Well, oh no. That kicked way to the right. Hopefully I can find that one. I don't want to lose 2 discs today. That was not the gap I was trying to hit. And it just plinkoed. I mean, I should be able to get somewhere there. All right, neither of these lives were good. I did find the jackalope, but it was down the hill over there, and there was a little bit of a backhand line. I couldn't see anything for forehand, so I'm going to go here, even though this doesn't look good. I'm going to try swinging a backhand out through this narrow gap to the right, and then I'm going to try to do a forehand on the left side. I'm going to go backhand with the owl and forehand with the runway. Really worried I'm going to just tag this tree right in front of me. Oh no, we're good. Though I'm going to hit that tree instead and roll way back. Wonderful. That looks so much better, though it's still going to be a long putt. All right, not a great putt. A little bit long, not terribly, but way started out to avoid this tree. Luckily, I get 2 shots at it. Apparently, I didn't need either one. All right, hole 5. You can actually see the red tee pad right in front of us. This one's just straight up add 50 or 80 feet or something like that to the other hole. So pretty much the same shot. The only thing is that there's a very slight gap you got to hit. It's a pretty wide gap, but definitely still a gap. Can very much hit the tree, either of these trees on the way out. I'm going to try to go as straight as I possibly can with the jackalope down the center. This might be one of the hyzer flip throws that I would have done with a paprika. Trying to get it to keep straight longer, but don't have it, so I'm going to go jackalope. And then I'm going to go insanity on a forehand, something that I can get to just hold the fade for a little while and then eventually come back and hopefully get some decent distance. You know what? It's not great, but it's up there. It's in the fairway. It'll be fine. That, on the other hand, looks really good. I mean, again, not getting there. Still have an upshot, but it's right where you want to be. The forehand was definitely a better throw. I'm more in the middle, and I'm probably 30 feet longer. So I'm going with this hole or with this shot. I'm probably mid to outside circle 2 from here, so 50, 60 feet. It's definitely outside my comfortable, even just distance on my putt range. Haven't been getting that much snap on it, but I'm gonna go for it. Got 2 shots, and really, I imagine one of them will be close. I mean, that's really close, and that was actually not a bad bid. Oh, that was not as good, but also really close. I mean, seriously, which one? So we'll just go to this one. Woo, point of view putt. All right, hole 6, 195, hard turn to the left. I'm not convinced this is a harder shot, at least for backhand, than the red tee. I feel like for the backhand, this might even be an easier shot. For the forehand, definitely a harder shot. If you ever pay attention, I like to throw the forehand off this red tee, but I think I'm not going to enjoy the forehand on the backhand, or the forehand on the red tee. So it's only 195, and this is slightly higher elevation. I think it actually might be 5 feet shorter or something. But big hyzer. I'm just gonna throw a buzz on hyzer and see if it makes it there. The only thing I'm really not certain of is where exactly the gaps are from this angle. And then on a forehand, I'm gonna go a jackalope. I wanted something understable. I don't think I would have thrown the paprika anyways, just because that's a lot of understable for my forehand. I'm thinking this jackalope might be too much understable, but we're gonna try it. Oh, that was not a good release angle. So that actually still might not be bad. That might have been decent. All right, let's see what I can do with the forehand here. You know, that was going the right direction. I don't know which is good. So my backhand ended up, yeah, being a great line, but with that bad release angle, I ended up 40 feet short off to the right. The forehand, on the other hand, I did not think I could throw it that well to get here. So I have a in the circle putt with the forehand. Well, we got 6 holes in. I'm relatively happy with the way I played. It definitely wasn't my best round. Good thing it was doubles, because I usually had at least one decent throw or acceptable throw. Some pretty good upshots to make up for the bad throws too. Unfortunately, I'm out of time, so we're cutting it out at 6. Part of the reason I wanted to do just holes 1 through 6 though on this is because I want to cover all the holes this way. So next time I'll get out here and I'll start on hole 7. Do I then just play 7 through 12? Possibly. Or I play 7 through 18. I'm not sure yet. The nice thing I'm doing 7 through 12 is the end of hole 6, start of hole 7 isn't too bad of a walk. And really the longest walks from the parking lot here would be right at the end of hole 8 and the end of hole... Oh no, end of hole 12 is also really far. Never mind. So maybe I do at least 13. But anyways, yeah, I had a good time. I feel like I need to do this more often though, doing the blue tees more often, even if it's just solo play or something like that. Or heck, I need to get somebody out here to play with me. But these blue tees are nice. They definitely change up the course, which is nice because I've played this course so many times, but I mostly play the red tees. So anyways, I appreciate you guys coming along with me for the ride, and I hope you all have a great day.